few blocks from here. Just kidding, he's very, very funny. Everybody give it up for the hilarious Ethan Tuthill.
Rocking out. Hello, Lancaster. How you guys doing? Woo! I'm going to start out tonight with an apology. I promised my girlfriend I wasn't going to get drunk tonight, so I'm going to publicly announce, whoops. Anyone else driving home tonight? I'll see you out there. Oh, which way am I going? Yeah, that's fun. But believe it or not, I'm the weird guy at work, and I found that out the other day because we were in the lunchroom, and my friend, this guy just announced this, and he's like, yeah, I have this cat that's in heat, and I don't know what to do. She just cries and cries all the time. And then I announce, oh, I know how to fix that, and everyone in the lunchroom turns around to me like I have a cat rape dungeon. Like I know what to do about that. Like I do run experiments, like I test shit out. And I was like, oh, you get a Q-tip and you get it wet and you rub it on the private parts and they're good to go. And everyone was like, all right, that's kind of weird to do that. Like I knew it off the top of my head. I'm like, of course that's what you do. And the next day he comes in, I'm like, so how'd it work out with your cat? And he was like, yeah, he didn't like it. So I taught the previously creepy guy at work to Q-tip rape his cat. That made me the creepy one. But I'm trying to get better in social situations. About a year ago today, I had my first seizure. That was fun. Yeah, clap. Why would you clap? Sure, why not? My girlfriend and I went to a film festival in Brooklyn. So we got Wham, it's walking around money. You know that phrase if you don't have kids. And so we went to Brooklyn, and this probably had nothing to do with it. But the night before the film festival, we did coke in Manhattan. This is probably unrelated. I just assumed it would be. I wasn't looking for coke. I didn't buy any coke, but we did coke. Like I guess I just had this guy that needs cocaine face. We're outside a bar, and these people walked up, and I was just mugging. I don't know why, but I guess my casual look is. And these strangers were like, oh, that guy wants coke. Like, if you guys don't know, I have two faces. I have the coke face, and I have my sensual hump face, which is this. I look like a turtle with a secret. And that secret is AIDS. So we were in Manhattan, and these guys walked up to us, and I was street savvy. And I could tell they wanted to sell us cocaine, because one of them came up, and he's like, you guys want to buy cocaine? And I was my girlfriend, I was like, I know you don't know this. This guy talking. Like, I suddenly became a very savvy shopper, because I'm like, I want a sample of your wares, good sir, before I give you $40 on the street. And he was like, oh yeah, just follow me and my friend into this alley. And good for me, I have a very laissez-faire approach to getting mugged. I assume this is going to go exactly as planned. And I took me and my 4-foot-tall Italian girlfriend down the alleyway. And like, good for her, it worked out. Because in high school, I was on the swim team. I have cardio protecting me, like, from rape. Like I could run. But like, in high school, she was a reader, which is street for easier to rape. I didn't want to tell her that, but like in my head, I was like, you shouldn't have read so many books. Both be safe if you fucking woke up at 6 in the morning and did some laps. I learned how to do coke in the middle of the street in Manhattan, and I feel weird because I'm giving you guys like highly advanced coke knowledge right now. Like, I see young people, I don't want you to do it, but if you're in a crowded street and you want to do cocaine, this is how you do it. Dude man puts a bump on your palm and do one of these. Super casual, like. But like, I felt that was too obvious, so I was putting a backstory to it. So these complete strangers were putting a bump in my head and going, yeah, I don't know, man, I wouldn't trust your brother. I wouldn't buy that Ford Bronco. I don't think it's got good mileage. I didn't tell him ahead of time. I was doing all this in my head. I was like, all right, fucking do the free coke. Don't be like a douche about it. We were doing like 5 of them, and at the end, I was like, your mom needs to respect you as a man. Like, brother's got to move out. I don't think he's ever going to graduate arts college. And this dude was getting annoyed with us, and he's like, "You want to buy it?" I'm like, "No, I'm good now." Thank you very much. Like it was mixed up, and all right, that's a side note to the seizure. That had nothing to do with it. But the next morning, we woke up, and before the film festival, I had a pot brownie, and I started walking again, unrelated. I had a pot brownie. We were walking to the film festival, and I could tell something was wrong because I was really starting to rethink Incubus's first album. And I was like, "They had some hits." Good. I can tell there's a problem, but I can't put my finger on it. And then we're at the film festival, and I was feeling funky. I was like, "Let's go out to a patio for a cigarette." And went out for a cigarette, and I could tell something was wrong. I told my girlfriend, I was like, "I feel really off. Something's wrong. We gotta go." And I took 2 steps, and my vision went black. And again, I told you about coke. This is how you have a seizure. This is the appropriate measures to take. If you feel like you're about to have a seizure, scream, "I'm fine!" and then collapse. Take out as many people around you as you can. Because again, that's code for don't call the cops. If you scream, "I'm fine," and you start dying, you're like, "He'll figure it out." And you don't have to worry about a 911 call. That's annoying. And then like, I just collapsed like in front of all these people. And we're in Brooklyn. I heard this fucking hipster, as I screamed, "I'm fine," and collapsed, I could still hear him in the back of my conscience going, "I don't think he's fine, guys." I started dying. I was like, "What a dick." Douche. It's like he caught the biggest liar in the world. He's like, "Don't save that guy, he's a liar." You didn't hear what he said, but he was fucking making stuff up before he collapsed and died. And like, so I'm like laying on the ground and shaking, I can't see anything. And my girlfriend's like, "Someone get him water, someone get him water." And that's when I realized I'm a misogynist, because I'm like, fucking women. Water's not gonna help. I wish I was conscious so I could pull a dude next to me like, "Everyone knows water's a cure for seizures, right?" I had dickish thoughts as I'm dying. I'm laying there like shitting on my girlfriend in my mind dying. I had like, there's one thing that's keeping me conscious. I was like, "You gotta pull through this, man. You gotta pull through this." And it wasn't like, "Oh, I want to have kids someday. Oh, I want to like have a great life." The thought I had in my head that was keeping me with it, I had to shit the worst I've ever had in my entire life, mid-seizure. And I don't know if you've ever had to do the balancing act of seizure and shitting. The scales tip hard. No matter where you are, you find a bathroom. Like, I woke up like an angry Frankenstein. Like, everyone's gathering around me, and I jumped up and I started pushing them. And I was like, "I gotta shit." And like, everyone freaked out, as you should. Like, it's a really weird situation to be in. And I made a beeline for the bathroom, and my girlfriend, God bless her, she had the best intentions, probably shouldn't have followed me into the bathroom. Because, like, we've been dating for about 9 months. The amount of time it takes to take a violent shit in front of your girlfriend, I'm gonna put years. Like, there should be years wrapped up before that happens. And we're 9 months into it, and she's blowing in my face again. Why do women think seizures work? I'm just a home remedy for everything. So I'm shitting my guts out, half passed out. She's blowing on my face, and again I'm like, not helping, but appreciate the effort. And people kept opening the door because they had to pee, and they're like, I had no idea what was going on. There's a story back there, and I don't need to know. And like, I was kind of hoping paramedics would show up. I didn't want to pay them, but I was hoping they would show up just so a paramedic could open the doors. Like, holy shit, that guy went from dying to killing it. The fastest I've ever seen. We got this call 20 minutes ago, and this dude's. But I've skipped a set because face. He thought I was getting head. See what I did? A lot of people put the punchline at the end. Not necessarily so. Don't have to do that. Oh, speaking of my junk, this is how clever I am. I have a really dumb joke. We have nicknames for our junk, right? I call my junk the gun because it goes off in little kids' faces when the parents aren't home. But you see what I did? There's a cute, endearing story about my girlfriend that had like shitting and plumpkins, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw a pedophilia joke at the end of that. Who's writing the rules here? Okay, I'll leave you something real quick. So, I'll tell you something embarrassing about myself to make me more comfortable. When I was a little kid, I would hang out with these other neighborhood kids. There's about 20 of them. And we would hang out in this tree fort. And one day, it happens in the middle of the summer, me and these other 20 kids, we all got naked. Like you do. That's a common thing. And I don't know if it's heat or whatever, but I started sucking one of the kids' dicks. Alright? It was 20 of them, I picked my favorite. It was hot. You weren't there. And then my dad walks in on me. My dad walked in and he saw the entire thing. And you know how, like, when your dad catches you smoking a cigarette, he makes you smoke the whole pack? In retrospect, could have done better parenting. Sir, I'm out of time.
This next comic comes to us all the way from Baltimore, Maryland.